right, man. As y'all know, this man Playboi Carti has not released a song in 3 years. No way, bro. Wait. Has it been 3 years, dog? Cause when did Whole Lotta Red drop? Hold on, we looking this up live. I'm live streaming on Kick right now, by the way. It's been 3 years since this man has released a single or even an album. 3 years, bro. And this man is going on tour with Opium. It's no way. It's literally no way this man is about to do Whole Lotta Red another year. It's no fucking way this man is about to perform Whole Lotta Red another year. Y'all see the title down below. Y'all see what we reacting to, man. It's that boy Deadly back out here with another video. We are reacting to Playboi Carti is becoming a superstar by doing nothing. Let's get into it, bro. 15 minutes, 55 seconds. Let's go.
Another video, and real quick, make sure you leave a like,
everything good.
subscribe. I'm trying to pay off this college tuition, and I just want to say, make sure you're on the lookout every Monday for the pick.
College tuition, man, that's tough. Yeah, I go to debt-free university.
Check podcast that will be a weekly.
I go to debt-free university.
So make sure you're on the lookout for that. But in this video, I'm going to talk about how Playboi Carti is essentially becoming a superstar.
I'm committed to debt-free university. Talk to me, bro.
Now, the whole kind of genesis, the whole like big bang to this thing, this kind of event happening is Whole Lotta Red. Whole Lotta Red is the most impactful album of Carti's career. It's the biggest album of his career, and it's really what's been the driving force for this growth of Carti over the last couple of years. Now, obviously, when Whole Lotta Red first came out, it was super controversial. It's since grown on a lot of people, and it's been an album that a lot of people point to in terms of like influence on this newer sound in this generation. But if we're being completely honest, Carti really hasn't done much of anything since Whole Lotta Red, and it's been about 3 years now. Yet
thing is, he haven't fell off either. That's crazy to think about. He hasn't fell off either. When Whole Lotta Red dropped, people was like, it's not all that. Then the nigga went on tour. After that, he started performing like crazy, and this man has went up since. He's one of the best performers of our generation. Real shit.
He's managed to pretty much become a bigger star in the meantime. Like, he's pretty much just grown every single day since
That's
Whole
some
Lotta
goat
Red
shit.
to the point now
That's
where
some
I
goat
think
shit right there.
He's about to break the glass ceiling and officially become a superstar. Now, mind you, I already think Carti's a star, and the word star gets tossed around a lot in this era. You know, everyone's a star, everyone's a superstar, but when I say superstar, for me personally, that's a very select few members of rappers. Like, it's not just any rapper that sells over 100K. Like, when I say superstar, I mean
Drake,
probably one of the top 7.
Drake, J. Cole, Kanye, goddamn. Those are main 3 for real.
7 to 10 biggest rappers in the game, and I think Carti may be starting to approach that now. I'm talking about active rappers. I'm not talking about
Kendrick
or like Eminem, which I mean Eminem is still active, but I mean like rappers that are really from this era. You can still throw Drake in there, but for the most part, I'm speaking on rappers that are very much current and modern to these times. I'm not just saying, oh, if 50 Cent came out of retirement tomorrow and dropped a whole bunch. Like, no, I'm talking about modern rappers from a list of top 7 to top 10. That's what I mean when I say superstar. And I think Playboi Carti may be approaching those levels. And I don't think it's really that far-fetched for me to say that his next project will definitely be his biggest project, whatever it's going to be called. Narcissist music,
for
whatever.
Sure.
Carti's been teasing and pump-faking albums for the past 3 years since Whole Lotta Red came out. He even pump-faked and teased a deluxe at a certain time. So there's been a whole lot going on there. But I think his next project will be his biggest. And I could very realistically see him selling over 150K, maybe even more. It just really feels like it's pretty much.
I say the least he'll sell is 100K. Least he'll sell is 100K.
It's Carti's time to break through that glass ceiling. You just get that sense with guys when they reach a certain
Cash Carti, bro. I kind of miss Cash Carti, man. But
point in their career where it's like, okay, they're really about to pop. They've been growing. They've even had big, exponential pieces of growth throughout their career. But really, right now is when I feel like, man, Carti is really like one of the guys. And Whole Lotta Red was a fairly successful release in most people's eyes. A lot of people really loved that album. And Carti, it was such a different album from Carti and such a different album from such a big member of mainstream rap that he's really been able to kind of ride the wave of Whole Lotta Red for the past 3 years. He's been basically just sitting on that. He hasn't obviously dropped a whole lot of music.
Doing
He's been
hella
performing a whole
shows.
lot of Red for the past 3 years now. And basically, that album was just so big that he could kind of rest on his laurels and just kind of sit back and watch as the album still sticks to people and still grows on people over the years. Kind of similar to how like Travis Scott with Astroworld was able to just kind of chill and take his time with the next project. Now, obviously 5 years was a super long time to wait for another Travis project, but Astroworld was just such a big thing that it gave Travis a long time in between that project and the next one because people just loved that one so much. And it's kind of similar with Whole Lotta Red. Whole Lotta Red was such a big project. It's such a groundbreaking project for Playboi Carti and for the new rap scene as a whole that it has kind of allowed fans to be like, we're cool with Whole Lotta Red for at least 2 to 3 years. And we don't really complain that much. We're not really looking, that much for something new from Carti. But now it's getting to that point where people are like, all right, we know it's your thing to not drop music, but come on now. And you can literally count on your hands the amount of official releases that Playboi Carti has done since Whole Lotta Red. And mind you, 0. A total of 0 of them.
No singles, just features.
Are solo releases. Everything is a feature, or I mean, I guess Whole Lotta Red, or not Whole Lotta Red. On Mr. Rage, he got like a half credit. It was like him and Trippie Redd, but
Yeah.
it's all been features. There's no solo work that's officially released from Carti since Whole Lotta Red. But yet his fan base has continued to grow ever since then. And it's just ridiculous. Like, it really makes no sense. And this is going to sound kind of corny and maybe a little bit glazish, but I'm just being honest. The main reason as to why Carti has continued to grow since Whole Lotta Red, despite the fact that he has not been putting out pretty much anything, is aura. A Twitter word, yes, I know, but aura. Fans have become so infatuated with his aura, with the Rick Owens and the vampire, and like, it's just taken over. It's become a thing of its own, even outside of Playboi Carti itself, to the point in which people are just wanting to be a fan of that and wanting to ride that train and ride that wave, let alone be a fan of Carti as well. Carti is an aura merchant. Like, this man's persona is so strong that it just makes people become a fan of them. And it makes people feel cool to be a Carti fan. Like,
That's true. And let's also put it in this perspective. If Carti never had a label, let's say Ken Carson never was part of Opium, never fought with Playboi Carti, Destroy Lonely, Homicide Gang. Bro, where do you think it's not just the fact of where they would be right now. It's just like having Carti name associated, like, oh shit, he signed under Carti label. That shit make you want to listen to them. You see what I'm saying?
there's just a certain vibe that comes with it that attracts a lot of people. It's the cool thing to do. It's not, you know, regular trap music like Lil Baby, Lil Durk, which nothing's wrong with that, but that feels basic. That feels, you know, rap caviar. That feels very NPC-ish to a lot of people, right? So they look at Carti and they see it's a little bit alternate. It's a little bit different. It's still very popular and there's still a huge fan base, but it's just not the cookie cutter standard rapper thing, and they really get attracted to that. And it's gotten to the point where his aura, his fan base, it's so big that literally Carti, anything he does goes crazy viral. Carti liked a tweet the other day and it was viral. It was about Trippie Redd, but still he liked a tweet and it went viral. Like, this man gives his fans nothing. Carti gives his fan base nothing. But at the same time, because he's giving them nothing, it's attracting more people and it's growing. It's like he's just too cool for everybody, but it works, and it doesn't work for a lot of people. Like, literally, if he posted a tweet right now, he'd be trending on Twitter for a week. If he posted a picture on Instagram, he might be trending for 2 weeks. Like,
that's true.
It's just, there's just such a huge, like, infatuation with what Carti's doing. Is he even a human being? Like, it's gotten people just, like, so fried mentally that they're just so swept up in this persona and this aura that they're like obsessed with the man. And it's made him go from someone who's a star to someone who's a borderline superstar without really having to do much of anything. He's the only rapper I've seen that can take a super long break and grow from it. Now, obviously, there are other rappers who can take long breaks and come back and still have the same fan base, or come back and maybe do a little.
But a few. It's only a few that can do that. Not everybody can do that.
Better than the last album.
Uzi,
like Cole, and
Kendrick Cole, yeah.
Big, you know, periods of time off, maybe a couple years, and then come back like nothing happened. But Carti's the only one that I've seen as of recently. Maybe there's some people down there in the past that I'm not thinking about, but as of recently, that can do nothing and grow from it. Carti's monthly listeners right now is at like 38 million. He's growing without having to do much of anything. Now, mind you, he did just have a feature, but you get what I'm saying. Like, he's not doing much of anything, but his fan base is still growing. And honestly, his fan base is doing a lot of the work for Carti. Like, the Carti fans have put in more work to get more Carti fans than Carti himself. Like, the way that they talk about Carti on TikTok and Twitter, and they make the edits and they do a whole bunch of vamp stuff. Bro wants to be Carti. Like, all that stuff that the fans do and the fan pages do is damn near more work than Carti himself. Like, the fan base is actually putting in a lot of work.
That's true.
That's
bro.
really where a lot of his new growth is coming from, is these fans going to these shows and going crazy. You see the kids in the mosh pit doing backflips, they spazzing out on the ground. Like, all of this kind of experience that goes into Carti is being spread by not only Carti himself and his team or whatever, but by the fans. The fans are creating more fans by sharing all this stuff online. So in a sense, Carti's fans and how diehard and how crazy they are, they've like.
Make sure y'all go check out the vlog,
team.
Man, from last year.
He doesn't need to lift a
Was
finger
that last year?
really,
Or the
but
year
his
before?
fans will reach out
I
to
don't
the
even know.
people and
Last year, I
it'll grow
think.
from there. It'll all grow from
Link
there.
down below in the
And the
description.
crazy performances also play a part into his fan base growing. The stuff he's been doing at Rolling Loud for the past couple of years, the tour he just went on 2 years ago, and the videos that we've
was
seen
2
from
years
that,
ago?
Carti,
Damn.
you know, doing
Go
the
check out
crazy
that video,
performances,
though.
wearing the crazy stuff, the long coats, the screaming, the vocals, the just whole kind of like rock star energy. This whole rock star energy and like cult fan base is allowing Carti to become a superstar because people see it and they want to be a part of it. Who doesn't see a crazy concert and go, man, that looks like fun?
Yeah.
Even if you don't even really like that artist or
Yeah.
you don't really know that much about them, you're
You
like,
gotta
man, that looks
experience
cool.
that
Let me
shit.
look into it. Why are people acting like this? Why are his fans going crazy like
gotta
this? Why are they
experience that
shirtless? Why
shit.
are they pushing around Miley Cyrus fans at Lollapalooza or whatever it's called? Like, why are they acting like this? So they look into it further and it grows from there. It's kind of like what's going on with the Taylor Swift tour. Like, honestly, a lot of people don't really like Taylor Swift outside of, you know, obviously she has a massive fan base, but you see this tour, you see people going crazy over her, you see the ticket prices and you're like, oh my gosh, there has to be something amazing going on there. So just based off of how they're acting, you kind of look into it more. Now, maybe you still don't like Taylor Swift, but I'm sure Taylor Swift has gained a lot of fans just off the fact that it's just such a crazy time period for her. And people are just bandwagon riders in general. Like, most people, if we're being honest, are NPCs and they're bandwagon riders. They're going to see what's hot.
No. Listen.
And that
Fuck that. Taylor Swift is the GOAT. Let's just keep it a buck. Who you know selling $1 million first week off sales? I know this is a whole different genre, but still. Bro, if somebody in the rap industry was to sell 1 million streams, they're the greatest rapper of all time. 1 million streams in a week? You got it. But the fact that she could, because I saw that shit, I was like, bro, she's like, that's light work for her. 1 million streams? Literally, her shit goes platinum the first week. It don't make no sense. That's off topic, though.
Also what's played into Carti, but the fact that Carti hasn't really had to do anything but still maintain his heat, it just makes no sense. And I'm gonna be completely honest right here, Carti right now is probably as hot as he's ever been, maybe even more hot than he's ever been, with one feature. One feature. That's it. One feature is as hot, is made him as hot as he's ever been, maybe even hotter than he's ever been in his career. And of course, I'm talking about the song Fiend with Travis Scott. Now, mind you,
That shit was
that's
hard.
a feature on Travis Scott's album, which is his first album in 5 years. So it's not like it's just any old Joe Schmo feature that he gave to some dude in Atlanta. Like, no, it's Travis Scott. So it
That
makes
shit
sense.
was hard.
But just think about that. Rappers will go on media tours. They're doing interviews with academics, Charlemagne, No Jumper. They're on Instagram Live every day. They're out there just doing random stuff. They're doing meet and greets. They're showing up to celebrity basketball games. They're tweeting at people. They're starting beef. They're doing all these things to try and build hype. Carti does one feature, and now
Real shit.
he's one of the hottest things on the market.
Real shit.
It's really remarkable. Like, I'm not trying to glaze, but it's just like crazy to see, like, these artists put in so much work to try to get themselves in these conversations of these fans, try to build up hype for their album. They're doing interviews, they're doing crazy stuff, they're starting beef for clicks and views, they're telling crazy stories, they're shooting guns, they're showing gun, like, they're doing all these crazy things. Carti has to do one feature. He has to clear one feature, and he's hot again. It's really crazy. And of course, like, the song is super popular. Like, it debuted at number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. But part of that is because of not only Travis Scott having his first album in 5 years, but the Carti mystique. Carti doesn't do features. He does one feature every 2 years, like, on average.
True.
So when you see that Carti feature, when you're listening to an album and you hear Carti's voice, oh my God, it's crazy. You text your friend.
I remember that Instagram
live. One of the Twitter meme posters posts, oh my God, Carti just finally dropped a feature. They go crazy. Oh, Carti on this song, and they're doing the memes and stuff. Like, it's like a huge event whenever you hear from him. And so he can really just do the bare minimum, and his numbers are back going crazy. And I really do believe that Carti should drop an album, his next album, whatever that'll be, before this tour starts or during this tour. I just think it would be a huge missed opportunity, because right now he is on fire. And of course, the tour is going to make him even hotter, but so maybe he'll do it after the tour. But I just think doing it before the tour and then performing that music on the tour would not only make him a lot hotter, but make the tour even bigger than what it's going to be regardless. And honestly, I think he's in a position where he could maybe even sell over 170. Like, he could get to that range where he's close to maybe pushing 200. I don't know if he will, but he could get to that range where he's close to being at that 200 mark. Maybe he sells 165, 170, 175. Yeah. Like, I could see him realistically in that range at the moment.
All right, yeah. And with the tour, because I'm going, as y'all know. Haven't bought my ticket yet, but I need to buy my ticket pretty soon, because that shit definitely going to reach like $500 or some crazy shit. I don't even know. But I got a feeling that he's probably going to perform some new shit like he did at Rolling Loud. But rule of thumb here, he drops an album in December. I'm hoping. Because as I look at his shit, Dial It took 2 years. Well, no. From Dial It to Whole Lot of Red, that was 2 years. Okay, which we thought last year was going to be, okay, another 2 years. So shit, he going to drop. We thought he was going to drop 2022. Nigga still ain't dropped. It's 3 years. The rule of thumb is he going to drop this year, bro. I hope he dropped this year. That's going to be the biggest stream
I'm going to say
ever
this, and it may be a little controversial, but he might be getting to be bigger than Uzi. Like, when we talk about Carti and Uzi was always the A side in terms of numbers. That's just always how it's been. It was Uzi in terms of numbers and Carti, and then of course the fans would debate who's better. And I don't mean to pin them against each other, because I know they're friends or whatever, but just in general, we always make that comparison. But at the moment, Carti has more monthly listeners than Uzi, and of course that's not the full story. That doesn't tell you everything about how popular an artist is, but it's, you know, it's some sort of kind of litmus test to see their popularity. Carti has about 1 million monthly listeners more than Uzi right now. Uzi just dropped an album 2 months ago, I believe. It was about 2 months ago, and that was his first album in 3 years.
Yeah.
Carti dropped a feature. I see what
he
had another one before that with The Weeknd, but
I see what he's saying.
Carti's 2 features in comparison to Uzi's entire album, and it just goes to show, like, there's such a thirst for Playboi Carti right now. Like, there's just a market for it. And I think that after this next project, who knows? They may be right next to each other in terms of popularity. Uzi just sold a 165. Carti may be bigger than Uzi at this point. He may be.
Okay. If Uzi sold 165, Carti going to at least sell that or more.
Really close, but it's not ridiculous to say that he might be starting to become bigger than Uzi. Carti is really becoming a superstar in front of our eyes by doing nothing. And it's crazy. He does an interview with the one dude, I forgot his name, yo, bro, how much your fit cost? How much your shirt? He does one interview.
The fake Chris Smooth. That's not my Chris Smooth, bro. That ain't Chris Smooth. He need to change his name to something else. It ain't Chris Smooth.
Goes crazy. It's trending viral. Like, anything that he does.
That's not the Chris Smooth I know,
are just
bro.
Dying for it at the moment. And I've just never seen somebody put in such little effort, but reap such major rewards in terms of, like, how much they're putting out as a musician. It's crazy. But I'm telling you guys, I think Carti's about to break that glass ceiling into officially becoming a real superstar. Superstar in my book. I know superstar means anything, and you can just put whatever label, but I mean superstar like top 12, top 10 biggest rappers in the game. Like, he could really get there realistically very soon. But this is just my opinion. Make sure you leave a like, leave a subscribe. If you made it this far, I greatly appreciate it. Please leave a like, leave a comment. If you think I'm wrong and I'm an idiot and Carti's trash and he'll never be big and he'll never sell over 110, let me know. But thank you so much. I appreciate it if you made it this far. Please leave a like, leave a subscribe. Make sure you look out for the Paycheck Podcast every Monday. Have a good day. Be safe. Peace.
Listen, W video by my boy. I ain't gonna lie. W video. Like I said, rule of thumb, hopefully this nigga Carti drops after the tour. Or we might not even know. Before this nigga go on tour, he might just goddamn drop the cover art for the album and then end up dropping the album whenever. I don't know. I don't know how this nigga usually promote his shit. He didn't really promote a whole lot of Red like that. Like, he really came out of nowhere with it, kinda. But listen, W video. Let me know what y'all think about Playboi Carti down below in the comments. What's your favorite Playboi Carti song? Let me know what y'all think about this whole topic down below in the comments as well. But hey, man, it's be your boy, that boy Deli. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, go like us, comment, and subscribe. If you feel more videos coming soon. More content. So you know what time it is, man. It's be your boy, that boy Deli. I'm gone, man.